What's up, Washington Mystics? It's Christian Holmes right here. I just want to wish y'all guys good luck this season. Ball out, do what y'all do, break a couple ankles, and get to the trophy at the end of the year.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here to talk about how the Washington Commanders are interested in pursuing James Bradberry if our division rivals Giants end up cutting him, and we're going to also preview minicamp because the boys were in town today. We got a couple pictures and clips of Jahan Dotson. Antonio Gibson cut his hair. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers. We're ever so close, so hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Let's get straight into today's video. So, James Bradberry. Let me throw in the hat. You know what I'm saying? Again, I ain't really feeling it, but you guys, you guys made me feel a little better about it. You know what I'm saying? So James Bradberry, man. So if you guys don't know, the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles are teams that are interested in pursuing James Bradberry if he ends up becoming a free agent, if he is cut by the New York Giants. So the New York Giants are expected to cut James Bradberry by I want to say the end of this week or the start of next, because their cap situation is strapped. It's not that they don't want James Bradberry. James Bradberry is the best player on their defense. He's the best corner in this division. So it's not that the Giants don't want to keep on to James Bradberry, but they just truthfully can't. And again, we're a team that is rumored to be interested in him and is expected to pursue him alongside the Eagles. And I'm going to start by not even talking about us first. I'm going to talk about the Eagles, man. I hate to say it, man. I really do, because I hate the Eagles, man. They're division rivals, man, but they've killed this offseason, man. And it starts by before even going to the draft. They had a solid free agency. Then they traded with the Saints pre-draft. Got some picks back, and then on draft night, they got Jordan Davis, who's going to be Fletcher Cox's replacement. And then they traded for A.J. Brown, man. And now they're rumored to be interested in James Bradberry, man. And if they get James Bradberry, man, that's gonna be I'm gonna be done, because they already got Darius Slay, who is the top corner in the league. Then they get James Bradberry, who's 28 and who is also a top corner in this league too. Man, that would be crazy, dog. I will be so hurt. I would be so hurt. For all you Eagles fans out there, man, that hate Howie Roseman, I wonder how y'all are feeling now, man, because if you guys somehow land James Bradberry, it's going to be crazy. Now, of course, if you guys don't know, James Bradberry, former Carolina Panther, Ron Rivera was there, so obviously that connection ties into that. And that could also put us in the front of the Eagles. That could also lure him in, and both teams have leverage over any other team that's interested in. Why? Because what if he wants to stick it to the New York Giants? What if he wants to stay in division? Now, again, the Giants ain't doing nothing bad. It's nothing they could really control. I mean, I guess they could have controlled their cap situation, but they're strapped for cash, so they have to let him go. James Bradberry could definitely want to stay in the division, or he could want to leave. But I do think Washington being interested is more than just a rumor. I really do. Ron Rivera is in win now mode. That is apparent to his whole draft situation. Now, you guys know, wasn't the biggest fan of the draft, but I understood this draft. Last year in 2021, Ron Rivera drafted solely based on upside and potential. Jamin Davis. You didn't get drafted in the first round from Kentucky because of what he did in college, but he got drafted based solely on upside. So De'Ami Brown's another example. He didn't get drafted because of what he could do day one, but of what he could eventually turn into. That was different this draft, where we drafted guys that we expect to come in here and make immediate impact day one. So Ron Rivera is in win now mode. I think he's going to do whatever he can to put this team success, to upgrade this team's success rate in year 3. Year 3 is what he always speaks about, man. The year 3 is the year he expected to make this turn, and it's all or nothing here. First 2 years, 7 and 9, rebuilding years. Now it's time to make things happen. It really is. And I wouldn't be surprised one bit if we are a team that is in fact interested in him, and we're a team that end up landing him. I also wouldn't be surprised if we don't end up landing him, because you know how that goes. So let's look at his stats from since entering the league in 2016. Since he entered the league in 2016, the Panthers 59 combined tackles, 12 assists, tackles, 2 interceptions, 21 yards. And then in 2017, he had 85 combined tackles for 19 assist tackles, 1 sack, 2 interceptions for 3 yards. And then in 2018, he had 70 combined tackles, 12 assist tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception for 29 yards. And then in 2019, he had 65 combined tackles for 12 assist tackles for 1 sack, 1 interception, and 29 yards. In 2019, he had 65 combined tackles for 14, with the 14 assist tackles, 1 sack, 3 interceptions. Then in 2020 with the Giants, he had 54 combined tackles, 10 assists, and he had 3 interceptions. And then in this last season, he had 47 combined tackles for 10 assists, and he had 4 interceptions. So the guy is in interception rate increased every year besides 2018. This guy is a cornerback that can play man, that can play zone, but I believe he thrives better in zone. So you'll be like, looking at our cornerback room, we already paid Kendall Fuller 2 years ago. We paid William Jackson last year. We drafted Benjamin St. Juste. Where would he fit in? James Bradberry is instantly your cornerback 2 if we sign him. If we sign him, he's instantly your cornerback 2. He can even say your cornerback 1. To be honest, but I think he'll be a cornerback 2. Then you move Benjamin St. Juste in the slot. Oh my God, St. Juste, because and that's one thing I hated about St. Juste's injury, man, because he was so good in the beginning of the season. He played great defense on Keenan Allen in week 1. I mean, Keenan Allen still made a great reception. What can you do? He played better defense. You couldn't play better defense. That was just a great play by Keenan Allen. Juice is good. I promise you he is. It's just he has to stay healthy, man. He has to stay healthy. Juice can play outside on both sides, or he can play inside. So I think you stick him in the slot, and then you have James Bradberry and Will Jack on the outside. And I know a lot of people want to say move Kendall to full free safety. Yeah, you could do that, man. But honestly, Kendall is just not the same no more. I'll be honest. I didn't want to say it, but he's not the same no more. Not from when he first was with us, right? He lost a step. Let's just call it what it is, and you can say, yeah, that's probably why you want to move to free safety. I don't even know if I want him at free safety. You know what I'm saying? So we will have to figure it out, but you can never have too many pieces on this defense, man. If you have to rotate Juice and Kendall Fuller, do that, man. Because, yeah, the best case scenario for him probably would be free safety. But then you got Percy Butler, who I'm intrigued to see, actually. And then you have Cam Curl still back there. And you have Bobby McCain, who you just re-signed. So it's going to be interesting, man. I would do it, though. I would do it because you can never have too many defensive pieces. James Bradberry is the best corner in the NFC East, hands down. And I think we have a good chance of signing him if this rumor is, in fact, true, because we know the Ron Rivera and the Carolina Panther connection, man. So, hey, man, I never wanted this Carolina Panthers connection to work so much more than I do now, because I would love to have James Bradberry on this defense, man. Could you imagine having 3 lockdown corners, man, plus Kendall Fuller, who isn't bad, but he's not the old Kendall Fuller, man. We know that. We can clearly see that, especially from last year. Going back to 2022, by the way. Was it the Lions game or was it the Giants game where I believe he got toasted by Darius Slayton? And then I think in the Lions game, too, he got killed by Marvin Jones in 2020. So we'll see, but man, definitely I would love this pickup. If these rumors are in fact true, man, it would be great. Now, let's talk about today's mini camp. So mini camp, I guess, is about to kick off or whatever. The guys were in town. Jahan Dotson was making some catches. You've seen Sam Howell out there. You had pictures of Antonio Gibson, Will Jackson. The boys were back in town, man, and it was great to see. So we'll stay tuned for some mini camp updates. It's not going to be too much. You guys know how mini camp is. It's not that serious. So it was that was pretty much it for the mini camp today. You just had the guys coming in town and, you know, doing some workouts on the field, catching and stuff like that. So it's time to get the ball rolling, man. So I'm very excited about it. But let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. James Bradberry to Washington, how would you feel about it? I personally would love it, man. So as always, me, boy, Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help to Washington Commanders. Want to roll to 4,000 subscribers, we're ever so close, so hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. I'm out. Peace.